What's good, everyone? This is Otis here, and this is my review on Aftermath for Battlefield 3. And basically, what I'm going to have is I'm going to have little clips from Scavenger, and then little clips of Conquest, and maybe some of Rush. I'm not sure how long this is actually going to be with me just rambling on and stuff about what I like and what I don't like about it. Overall, I would say it's probably one of the best DLCs for Battlefield 3, at least on the console side for it. The maps seem maybe a pinch too big for consoles. That would be my only like big major knock on it, because sometimes what it seems like was when you're running, at least on Conquest, from point to point, you're just there's no one there when you're just running point to point, even when the games are full with the 12 on 12. PC, I don't see that being a problem for obvious reasons, just because there's just be so many people around. Of course, I'm sure on the PC the flags will be spread out a little bit more. Another thing that I don't like about it is sometimes, because there's basically the rubble on the ground and stuff, and sometimes you're trying to like stray side to side or maybe go backwards when you're in a gunfight, sometimes you'll get hung up on the debris, which is kind of annoying, but it's kind of more realistic too, in a sense that if you're not watching out with your surroundings, you're basically gonna get killed from that. So that's something to keep in mind for, and to get used to, at least certain parts where all the debris is that you can get caught on. One thing that I absolutely love about it is it's basically like a modern like type of Battlefield setting that I that's something I really enjoy, because basically most of your modern combat, or at least all the fighting in today's wars and stuff, is all done in cities and stuff. And that's another reason why I like this too, because it's more of like a realistic type of a battlefield, or fighting area for what we have for today's type of combat, which is kind of fun. The buildings, how they're pretty much like mostly I don't know, like 3/4 of the way knocked down, maybe 1/4 of the way knocked down. Just I think with the with DICE and everything, how they're getting more and more experience with the engine. I can't think of the engine right now, but basically they're getting better. The destruction, you can't knock down the buildings. That could be really cool if you could probably knock down the buildings that are halfway down. Maybe if you put a bunch of C4 on them. That's not the case though, but you do get a little bit more better destruction when you shoot walls and stuff, pieces going everywhere. And overall, I would say the new vehicles in it too are pretty nice, although they're not new. They're just modified, you could say. You have the modified Humvee, and then the modified Votnik, and then you got your little white van. The difference for all of them is basically you've got, I don't know, maybe a little like all the doors are basically blown off of them. You've got maybe like welded steel plates on there, and so basically you're going to be able to shoot the occupants out of them very easily, especially for the gunners positions when they're in the gunners for the Votnik or the Hummer. They're standing up, and so that you got the upper half of their body exposed, so it's very easy to shoot them out. They have automatic grenade launchers, and then automatic 50 cal machine guns on there, so they're very powerful. But you can also kill the people that are in there shooting, so pretty easily, basically. Rush mode, I would have to say, it's amazing. It's great. It's spot on. Scavenger is the new mode, which if you don't know about the new mode with Scavengers, basically everyone starts out with a pistol, and they're smaller size maps, of course, because everyone has their pistol running around. Because I know I was live streaming the other day, and somebody was asking, whoa, are all these maps, this size and stuff? And that's not true with the case, because Scavenger, they had to obviously tone it down, because you can't have everyone run around with no vehicles and just pistols. But overall, it's a very great concept. It runs very well. It's one of the best game modes, I would have to say. Basically, you have 3 types of different weapons. You got your level 1, level 2, level 3 weapons, and basically your level 1 is submachine guns. Level 2 is probably like your higher end submachine guns, and your lower end assault rifles. And then level 3 is all assault rifles and the machine guns, which are very powerful. With the machine guns, you can get all the weapons. They have limited ammo. You're getting between 1 to 3 clips per weapon, except the machine gun. The machine gun will only have whatever it's loaded to, the 100 rounds for the PKP. I don't know if there's any other machine guns. It's the only one that I've seen so far. I know there's only 2 sniper rifles, the M98B and the first semi-auto one for the Americans. I forget what it's called or whatever. I usually don't pick the snipers up right away. Most of your weapons are located up and around near the flags and stuff, so they're very easy to spot too. Plus it says like level 1. There's a little arrow pointing down. There's only one that spawns there. I don't know when they respawn, because typically once that one weapon is grabbed, everyone starts running towards the next point. Overall though, the only map that I don't like on is the market one, the Talia market. You can't play conquest on it because it's just a little too small. Rush is all right. Scavenger is all right. I just think there's maybe it could have been designed a little bit better. But overall, my favorite maps are Epicenter and I forget the other one, but Epicenter is probably my hands down favorite, and that's just because it's basically out in the open kind of, but you've got so much debris and stuff. You've got sidewalks that are up and down. It's just visually, it's just amazing. But one thing I kind of wish too is I wish Aftermath would have been one of the first or second DLCs, just because I think this is one of the best DLCs, but it's not going to get its play just because Battlefield's pretty much towards the end of its life cycle, unfortunately, because the game's been out for over a year. You're going to have most people playing newer games or maybe wanting newer games. You'll have some people coming back and playing the Aftermath a little bit. But overall, I know on my PlayStation side, at least, my friends list is full, and basically I'll have maybe a couple people playing Battlefield, and everyone else is on, currently Black Ops or another game. I know Far Cry comes out today too, so you'll have more people jump into that. So it's kind of unfortunate that, it's going to give the game a little bit more life in the next DLC. Is I think a little bit too far. They probably should have put it in February, not March or April, whenever it is. That's definitely a little bit too far, but I could see them, with that right placement, at least putting the game, or at least that last DLC end game, very, very far. But overall, I mean, there's very, very little knocks in the game. It's definitely my favorite DLC so far. I think it's going to run perfectly on computers. Consoles, it's still pretty good on consoles. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.
Hey, how